Dougie, Saturday's game sees us coming up against Celtic in the Scottish Cup, a big game for the club. You must be excited.
Yeah, it's also a big game for the players. Fantastic arena to go and play your football in. One that I hope they enjoy, because it'll probably be, or it will be, the toughest game they'll come up against this season. I was there last night watching Celtic against St Mirren. I thought they were brilliant. The way they want to play the ball, the way they get in about teams, their rotations, they play with inverted full-backs that come in and make it difficult for you to try and get a foothold in the game. So we know it's going to be difficult, but we give them respect and we go there and try and play our own way as well. It's
going to be a tough game no matter what, but coming off Saturday's game, would you have hoped to kind of come in after a better performance?
Listen, I don't think the performance, Gareth, on Saturday was bad. First half, probably. But I think the decision that was given against us again is clear for everyone to see. It was never a penalty. Then the second half, obviously, Andy gives him a jag at half time. I have a wee chat with him, he goes and gives him a jag, and you see the difference second half when we're on the front foot, we're getting at them. And if we'd done that for the first minute, I think the outcome of the game would have been totally different. The two saves for Ryan Fulton as well, especially the one for Jack Baird, the header, fantastic save, and then the one at the end for Calvin, another great save. With 17 corners in the game. I know it's 17 corners, but we're putting them under a lot of pressure. But listen, we're taking it to chin. Hamilton scored a penalty. They've got something to hold on to and they see the game out. Difficult thing for me is to take is the first half performance. I was disappointed because that is certainly not the way I want the team to play, or the way I expected my team to play.
Just looking at Saturday, you know, is this a sort of game that you, the players, everyone, you know, it's a game to enjoy against the highest level? Yeah, listen, you're not going to get any better than this. The way he plays football is excellent and a joy to watch at times. The ball's never out. Obviously last night you've got ball boys running up the track to get another ball in corners. It's just a ball put down in the corner spot and away they go. So from our aspect, the players need to be switched on. If they're not switched on, it could be a tough day for them. But we need to enjoy it. When we've got opportunities to get the ball down, we need to keep it, we need to pass it. We need to move the ball sharper, 1 and 2 touch, because if you don't, all you're doing is allowing Celtic to get back behind the ball when they come in numbers and press you to get it back off you. So if you're not composed on the ball, then again, we don't want to just be kicking the ball apart and Celtic coming at us, because then it just becomes waves you attack and you're camped and you can't get out. We can of course never forget 10 years ago your goal against Celtic to win. You'll be hoping Whiting strikes twice. Yeah, but I think you have to first and foremost give Celtic the credit that they deserve. They've been terrific this season. The way Ange wants to play the game is brilliant. But like you say, you can never say never. It's a cup tie, and we've got to go there with the attitude, the mentality. First of all, we need to work our socks off to get anything for the game. We need to work in our unit. We need to play in our shape. And if people don't do the job properly, then certainly Celtic will cut us open. What's the message been to the players this week, and how's training been? Yeah, it's been lively, the same as every other week. Listen, we've lost 2 games in 12, if you want to put it that way. You know what I mean? We're on a great run, 10 games undefeated. We've lost 2 games back to back. I hear a lot of noise about, is that the bubble burst? Well, it was the same before the 10 games we went on a run. We lost 2 or 3 in a row, and everyone was saying, that's our season over. So listen, I don't listen to that. I read it and I just laugh, because some people, I think, don't know what they're talking about, but that's just me, that's my opinion. I think the boys have been outstanding this season. From where they were last season to where they are this season in the year is nothing short of remarkable, and I think they need to get a lot of praise for that. Just looking at the team as well, we're still obviously in the midst of the transfer window. Has there been any movement maybe ahead of Saturday or even into next week? Well, we all know the Nadir Shifty story's out now. That was one that we tried to keep under wraps. He would have been a brilliant signing for us. The deal was done. Unfortunately, the SFA never granted us a GBE, I think it's called, to then apply for a work permit. So on that part, we're disappointed, but they'll have their reasoning. We're just disappointed in the outcome. But we move on to our targets. Hopefully, when I'm sitting here next week, there's maybe another 1 or 2 in the door, Gareth. And just staying on the team as well, you mentioned after Hamilton possibly a few changes. Is that something the fans can maybe expect on Saturday? Yeah, I think maybe it was a wee bit knee-jerk reaction. I was disappointed because I think on Saturday that's probably the worst we've played in a while. And what I mean by worst, we didn't want to run. And I don't want my teams not to run. I think that's where we've got our joy over the year I've been here, is we work our absolute socks off, and I think 1 or 2 on Saturday never got to the heights that they've set their own standards, and that was the most disappointing thing for me. And I've told them, if you don't want to run, you'll not be here. I'll get somebody else that wants to do the job, and that'll always be the message, because I think at the end of the day, the player that's got the jersey needs to work for the badge, not the name in the back, first and foremost. And I think 1 or 2 let ourselves down on Saturday in that point.
And just finally, in terms of team selection, is there anyone that might miss out?
Not everyone's fit and available, so like I say, again, it'll be down to who I want to put in the park, or who I think deserve to be in the park. So again, we'll wait to a Saturday morning before I pick my team that I think is going to give us the best opportunity to try and get something for the game.